My name is Matt, but you can call me Absol. This is my journey to collect all of the new Alolan Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Gotta catch 'em all, Lola. Let's see where this journey takes us. I hope you enjoy. The Beast Ball. A special type of Pokeball developed by the Ether Foundation in order to capture the interdimensional Pokemon known as the Ultra Beasts. This Pokeball is very effective against the Ultra Beasts. It has a capture multiplier of 5 when used on them, but a capture multiplier of 0.1 when used on any other Pokemon. This is 10 times worse than a Pokeball's standard multiplier of 1. My task today is all about defying those odds. I'm going to catch one of the Island Spirits, a legendary Pokemon with the lowest possible capture rate, in one of these Beast Balls. I think it's going to take me a long while, and I don't want to know my odds until I finish the task. Then I'll do the calculations. Using a catching Parasect with False Swipe and Spore, I plan on weakening it to 1 HP and putting it to sleep, then trying to capture it. So there are 4 Island Spirits in Alola: Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. Which one do I go for first with this? With a little bit of logic and reasoning, there's an obvious, easiest choice. Tapu Koko is difficult to catch because it summons electric terrain, preventing it from falling asleep. Tapu Bulu is difficult to catch because it summons grassy terrain, which will restore its HP a little bit every turn. Tapu Fini is the hardest to catch, not only because it summons misty terrain, which prevents it from receiving status effects, but it also has the move Aqua Ring, which will gradually restore HP every turn, making it impossible to keep it at 1 HP unless I prevent the move from happening. Which leaves the 4th Island Spirit, Tapu Lele, which just summons Psychic terrain that prevents priority moves, and False Swipe and Spore aren't priority moves. Now don't get me wrong, capturing the other 3 isn't impossible, especially considering that the terrain only lasts for 5 turns. But if I want to eventually one day go for all 4 of these, logically the first step is to choose Tapu Lele, because I can use its ability first turn to counteract any terrain in the first place. I'll also need something with Heal Block to prevent Aqua Ring on Tapu Fini, but we'll cross that path when we get there. For now, my main single goal is to capture Tapu Lele in a Beast Ball. So let's get at it. Alright, this is my first attempt at Tapu Lele. Let's see how this first thing goes. Tapu Lele. Alright, so I've prepared a Parasect for this with False Swipe and Spore. This is actually the only Tapu where that strategy works immediately right away. The other ones have certain mechanisms to prevent that, but I'm sure I went over that a little bit earlier. We're going to False Swipe it, and then we're going to Spore it. Alright, now as it is asleep at 1 HP, gonna try our Beast Balls now. Alright, here's the first ball. 13 said I'm gonna get it first ball, so I believe him. Let's see. Oh, it broke out. I don't trust 13. It shook twice, which is pretty darn good for something 10 times worse than a Pokeball. Yeah. Alright, it woke up, so let's soft reset and try again. Oh my gosh, I caught it! It only took 20 Beast Balls. Yeah. That was a lot easier of a challenge than I thought, or I just got super lucky. I don't know. Let's add this to our party so we can see what the Beast Ball animation looks like with this thing. It was super anticlimactic. I was expecting to spend multiple days trying to catch this. There's a normal Wingull. And here's a normal Tapu Lele, but it's in a Beast Ball. Alright, now that we have our Tapu Lele, I'm going to calculate the odds of catching this thing in a Beast Ball at 1 HP while it's asleep. And we can use this information to see if I'm going to continue this quest for all the other 3 Island Guardians. I'm going off of what was used in Generation 6 right now. There might have been a couple changes in Generation 7, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really caught up with the data mining for that game yet. But if someone knows that they changed the capture formula in any way for this, let me know and I can correct that. I'm going to calculate the probability of a Pokeball and a Beast Ball in order to see if it's actually 10 times worse or not as bad as we thought. So first of all, we need this number known as A, the catch rate. The output we get from this first formula, that we'll put into another one in a minute, is 0.7467 with the Beast Ball, and exactly 10 times that with the normal Pokeball. Alright, now that we have these completely random looking numbers, we're going to plug this number into another formula. And this number will determine the probability of if the Pokeball will shake or if the Pokemon will break out. Throughout the capture, the game uses this probability check 4 times, and it has to pass 4 times in order for the Pokemon to be captured. Alright, and after we use this formula, we get 21,952 with the Beast Ball and 33,804 with the Pokeball. What the heck do these numbers mean? In order for a shake check to pass, the game will generate a number between 0 and 65,536. If that number is greater than the number generated by this formula, then it will fail. If it is less, it will succeed. So pretty much we have a 21,952 out of 65,536 chance of the shake check succeeding with the Beast Ball, and a 33,804 out of 65,536 chance of the shake check succeeding with the regular Pokeball. And now, considering the fact that you have to pass these shake checks 4 times, we end up with our final percents at last. With a Beast Ball, you have a 1.2% chance of capturing the Tapu Lele at 1 HP while it's asleep. And with a regular Pokeball, you have a 7.07% chance of that. So really, it's not too bad of a difference, considering all things. And a 1.2% chance really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. So yes, after calculating these probabilities, I will be going for the other 3. But first, I need to prepare just a little bit more. I want to get a Pokemon with Heal Block for Tapu Fini. Conveniently, Type Null and its evolution Silvally will both learn Heal Block. I'm not only going to go for a Type Null, I'm going to go for a Shiny Type Null. And that's going to be my next part of this quest. I'll see you next time.